think your looks are only like 25–30% of it. Personality and presence are the thing that are the most.
In just over 18 months in the business, Seanopry, an 18-year-old from Georgia with pillow lips and hooded blue eyes, has shot campaigns for Calvin Klein, D Squared, Ferré, and Giorgio Armani.
It's just naturally great. I'm kidding.
In late 2007, GQ named him the GQ Man of the Season. This week, he'll be looking to extend that season as he heads to Milan, where nearly 100 designers will offer the latest menswear presentations for spring 2009.
Some people like my eyes, some people like my lips, but I mean, that's not what you focus on.
The look that will probably set the standard is that of Seanopry.
Nole Marin found me off MySpace. He was a judge on America's Next Top Model. I've never watched America's Next Top Model before this. I mean, my mom did. Oh, yeah. I was 17 at the time. There were some pictures of prom. They picked up on that I was skinny. No, I'm kidding. That I had good camera presence. Tell me when. I was more into, playing the sports in high school, and not just, modeling was the least thing I thought I would be doing in my life right at this moment. The only thing I've had to work on so far is, not talk as much. I guess it's the way my mama raised me. I respect my mom and her values, that I'm just not going to totally take it all off. And that's just my own self-preservation and self-preference.
In the sense of what?
In the sense that, I guess it's still the insecurities of being 18, I guess, and being out in front of the whole entire world, topless. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. I don't party. That's one thing. I mean, I'll go hang out with my buddies in Georgia, but up in New York, when I'm working, I'm working. And I came in the city the first time I've ever been to a city. Yeah, I thought Fendi was a food. My agent asked me, what do you want to go eat? And me and my mom were talking about it, and I was like, that Fendi sounds pretty good.
Do people stop you on the street and know you now?
I really don't think so. I photograph a lot better than I look in person. I mean, I never even had a passport. This was just to go to London for a shoot. I mean, you go to London just to shoot in a studio sometimes. I mean, it's where they are, you go. For someone who I think is going to be good, appreciates that you are just learning from greater minds of fashion. One of my main goals is to go back to college and finish where I need to be. I'm in this till people don't like me anymore. Just as fast as I go in is how I go out.
I'm with V&Y Model Management in New York, and I'm 19 years old, and we're backstage at Versace. I have one outfit. It's a skinnier pant with a boot, and I'm wearing a t-shirt and a leather jacket over it, and 2 necklaces. It's a really cool look. It's really nice. The leather texture is really cool. So I think it's gonna be a cool look to wear in the show. Mr. Nessman, where are we at?
At the backstage at the Perry Ellis fashion show, Bryant Park Tents.
Okay. So, what does it feel like to look like a chia pet?
You know, it took some time getting used to. You know, when I was younger, kids used to make fun of me a little bit, but you know, I just decided to take the look and go with it. And I think I'm bringing it back. You know, that 80s kind of little afro thing, like, it's coming back.
I honestly don't think there's any problem with your hair. Honestly, I mean, I'd love to wake up and look like a cherub every day, but I don't, unfortunately. So, how's the season progressing for you so far?
Quite nicely. Yeah, it's good.
Are you enjoying doing the shows?
Yeah, somewhat. You know, I'd rather be hanging out on the beach, but you know, you gotta work, right?
Do you have a beach in mind that you'd like to be at the moment?
Tribune Bay. Yeah, it's probably my favorite beach in the world.
Do you want to let the viewers know where that's at, by any chance?
It's kind of a secret, but if you can find it, then...
Okay, then what country is it in?
It's in Canada.
It's in Canada, so the greater percent of the world's population would not want to go there. I'm kidding. Other than that, which walk are you using this season?
It's a Canadian show. I mean...
No, I don't think... is this... It's an American show. Oh, yeah, duh. So, which walk are you going to use this season?
I'm thinking about like the 360 McTwist at the end of the runway. You know, I haven't pulled it out, but I've been practicing hard. You know, backstage, I was doing a little rehearsal, and I think I might pull it out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a horrible walk. I mean, if anyone's ever seen my walk on anything, I mean, I have a really bad walk. I quoted myself. I have a horrible walk. I'm going to let the fashion world know now that you're not the only ones that think I have a bad walk. I also think that, and so does my mother. So, other than the walk you're using, do you like your outfit you're wearing today?
It's quite nice. Yeah, nice, luxurious, elegant outfit.
Well, that's good. Well, this wraps up the interview with Mr. Simon Nessman, and this is seanopry signing out.
Taylor, she walks out and she introduces herself, "Hey, I'm Taylor." And 5 minutes later, we're shooting a scene where she's beating up the car.
How's that for an icebreaker? Model seanopry stars as Taylor Swift's lover/victim in her new video, Blank Space. Directed by Joseph Kahn, and things only got hotter from there.
Joseph came over and was like, "I want you to bite his lip." And she's like, "Are you okay with that?" And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not going to say no.
Sean says Taylor was an absolute pleasure to work with.
She's so professional. It's incredible. And it's so natural being on camera with her. Anyone that gets to work with her is incredibly lucky.
The model insists that all the fireworks between him and Taylor happened on camera. Speaking of fireworks, Sean read for the role of Christian Grey in the upcoming 50 Shades of Grey movie, but didn't get the part because he botched the audition.
I wasn't very serious into that, and so I completely ruined it. I didn't do well on the sides at all. But now, for the last year, I've been really dedicated into acting classes. It's more my full-time job than this now.
Behind the scenes, he's got a 1-year-old Australian shepherd named Maya who keeps him in check. You can catch Sean and Maya's ongoing adventures on his Instagram.
She is a great dog. She likes to herd me around the house, though. She'll just start running in circles. And she just slowly moves you to where she wants to go. And it's always to her food. She's a fat kid in a little dog's body. Hey, I'm seanopry, and welcome to the Details cover shoot. I got discovered on MySpace. I guess when I got into it, I thought it was going to be runways, travel all the time, and you know, different countries every day, beautiful, gorgeous girl models, and it's kind of different.
And what's the biggest difference between what you thought it was going to be and what the reality is?
Well, you know, when people see this interview, they're going to think we're doing it in a fancy studio and everything, and they don't really realize we're doing it in a staircase.
And if you could tell seanopry in Kennesaw, Georgia, advice, if you give him advice now, before he got into all of this, what would you tell him?
No Jägermeister. Less Jägermeister.
What do you think is your signature seanopry look, and can you give it to us?
That looks like a pirate look.
What do you think is your best body part or part of your body?
My ankles.
And why?
Can't you tell?
Beautiful.
They're voluptuous. My drink of choice lately has been a hot toddy. Jack honey, hot water, a little bit of lemon and ginger. Cures a cold. Learned that from a flight attendant.
What's the best or worst trip that you've taken for work?
They were in the same job. I went to Bali for a day like 3 weeks ago. And Bali's beautiful. I was in the middle of the jungle. I got to touch a monkey. He was on my shoulder. But I went for a day. Have you been to Bali? Took me 27 hours to get there. You lose a day. So then it's Wednesday. Then we work. I wake up, I work, and then we fly out. And then it takes 27 hours back. But I got to touch a monkey.
What would you...
I started modeling when I was 17.
And you got discovered on MySpace, of all places.
Yeah, I did. It was a unique story. Nole Marin contacted me. And for like 2 weeks, there was this man messaging me on MySpace. And so I went up to my mom and I was like, Mom, there's this older man messaging me on MySpace. And so she ran over to the computer, started looking at it, and she was like, do you know who that is? I was like, no. Well, I guess that was the first season of America's Next Top Model. And then my agent, now, still to this day, Lana Tomczak became involved and started messaging us as well. And a week later, I was up in New York.
And when was this?
November 27, 2006.
And you've skyrocketed since then. Like, you've landed huge campaigns and you're considered the most successful model in the world. How does that feel?
Well, thank you, and it's nice. It's a blessing, so.
What are some of your other hobbies outside of modeling?
Oh, right now, golfing, and I restore cars. As growing up as a kid, my grandfather had a beautiful mint green and white 1951 F100. And I grew up looking at this truck. And there was just something about it. And I was young at the time. I never really got much further into it. And then at the time when I finally did get something in my pocket, I started collecting. And my first car was a 1973 Bronco. And then soon after that, not even a couple months, I got a 1970 Chevelle. And I just started making these projects and bringing them back to the day that they came off the line. And now I'm finally working on that F100. That's my grandfather's.
What are some campaigns that you've done in the past that you especially enjoyed?
When I first started, about a weekend of modeling, my manager Lana sent me to Calvin. And soon after that, I had an exclusive with them for a while. And I just got off a stint with Armani and Ferragamo, so it's been a really big blessing to work with the clients I have and the photographers.
So far, are you enjoying the shooting?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. What look do you like the most?
I thought the coolest looking one was the Tommy.
Usually, what kind of clothes do you buy?
I'm more of like a t-shirt and a pair of jeans.
So something that's very comfortable and...
Yeah, I mean, it's just more practical for me.
And for a special occasion?
For a special occasion, I'd love a three-piece suit.
You just said that you have some friends in Mexico and you've been to Mexico City. And what did you like about it?
I didn't imagine it'd be so beautiful. I didn't know how pretty it would be.
How would you define style? What would be your definition?
For me, it's what I feel comfortable in and how I can make that comfortability my own. Because I guess everyone does want to be a bit unique in their own style instead of just like everybody else. But, my style would be, just a pair of blue jeans with a white t-shirt. I keep it simple, but there's always just a little twist.
And can you mention some names of people who you admire their style?
Well, I've always admired my father's style because he just doesn't care.
Now you are on top of the world, you're #1. How does it feel?
It's a blessing It's an ultimate blessing, and I'm very thankful.
And what would you change about the industry?
You know, the industry's done so well for me that...
No complaints.
I don't have a complaint about the business at all. But I'll tell you, the best jobs are the ones that you've done before, because the consistency in this business is what matters.
Do you have a favorite picture of you?
Probably my favorite picture is a picture of me and my brother when I was a baby on Christmas time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what does he tell you about your success and your...
I've been really lucky that my family is very, very proud. And they're always there behind me.
What do you see when you see your reflection in the mirror?
I see something completely different than fashion sees, I'll tell you that. I don't see what people on blogs see. I don't see what people in the industry see. And I think that's just my humility and myself. Everyone sees their imperfections more than, I guess. I'd rather be happy with myself than happy with the image of what I think myself is. I can only be me. My mom and my dad had me a certain way.